Your camera isn't the problem, it never was. The phone sitting in your pocket right now is more capable than most people will ever give it credit for. It outshoots the professional gear of just a few years ago, and 186,000 students have already taken the Skillshare class that proves it, one photo at a time. This is iPhone photography, how to take pro photos on your iPhone, 55 minutes, 22 lessons, beginner-friendly, and taught by a working professional named Dale McManus. Here's the plan for the next 8 minutes, what the class teaches, who's teaching it, what thousands of students said afterwards, and whether it deserves an hour of your life. Rule number 1 in this class sets the tone for everything that follows. Photography is 10% gear, and 90% what's up here. The eye, not the equipment, is what gets trained, and that is exactly the point. Which means the shopping list is short. No $2,000 camera body, no bag of extra lenses, no paid camera apps promising miracles, just the phone you already own, and the willingness to use it properly. And if you don't shoot on an iPhone, don't close the tab just yet. Almost every principle in this class transfers to any camera or any phone. In the instructor's own words, it's less about what you use and more about how you use it. Keep that in mind. So, Chapter 2, who is actually teaching this? The name is Dale McManus, photographer, cinematographer, and a multi-award-winning YouTuber, which matters because people who make videos for a living tend to know how to keep a lesson watchable. And the receipts hold up. 9 years working in photography and filmmaking, a bachelor's degree in film science, and a real career shooting professionally, with teaching on the side rather than the other way around. Then there's the portfolio test. Every photo in his intro reel was shot 100% on iPhone. No fancy camera apps, no additional lenses, the same constraint you'll be working with from Lesson 1. So what's inside? 55 minutes arranged across 6 moves, camera setup, shot composition, the core of it all, depth, light and storytelling, camera tricks, editing, and finally, the photographer's mindset. 22 lessons in total, and most of them run 1 to 2 minutes. 1 topic per lesson, 0 filler, no lectures. You can genuinely watch one on a coffee break and go shoot the technique the same afternoon, scroll the index and you'll see the whole arc. Setup, composition, depth, light, framing, storytelling, and the editing suite. And one small touch deserves a shout-out. Most lessons end with a recap slide, so you can just watch, absorb, and screenshot the summary afterwards. The teaching starts with setup, 3 switches to flip before you ever take a shot, live photo goes off, because it eats storage for nothing. Smart HDR goes on, to save your shadows and highlights, and the grid goes on, permanently. Then Lesson 5 covers the touch controls most people never find. Tap to choose your focus, slide to brighten or darken, and press and hold to lock focus, so you can reframe the shot without losing it. Plus one hard rule the class insists on. Never, ever, pinch to zoom. Digital zoom turns a sharp photo into mush. Walk closer to your subject instead, or tap over to the phone's real second lens. Now for the heart of the class, shot composition. Your eyes judge any photo in about 1/4 of a second. These 4 tools decide that judgment. Tool 1, perspective. Get low and your subject towers over the frame like a monument. Get high and the world stretches out and gains depth. Same scene, completely different feeling. Tool 2, vantage point. Leading lines. In streets, rivers, fences, and rooftops, steer the viewer's eye from the edges of the frame to a single point. Find the lines and the photo composes itself. Tool 3, the rule of thirds. A guideline photographers have leaned on since 1797. Put your subject on a third line, and the background becomes a second subject. And Tool 4, dead space. Give your subject nothing to compete with. A wide, empty background works like a spotlight, and the emptiness itself does the pointing. 4 tools, commit them to memory. Lesson 11 tackles depth, and it's the simplest trick in the whole class. A photo is flat, just X and Y. The professionals create a third axis, a Z-axis, by doing one thing, showing the ground. The moment the ground enters the frame, the distance between you and your subject becomes visible, and the photo stops feeling flat. Then comes light. The best time to shoot almost anything is golden hour, the hour after sunrise or the hour before sunset, when the light is soft and comes from one low direction. From there you pick a side, face the same direction the light travels and your subject is fully lit, shoot into it, and you get a clean, dramatic silhouette. Neither is wrong, it's a style choice. Next, the hidden features, that silky flowing water effect. The one that usually screams tripod and expensive gear, it's hiding inside live photo. Shoot, swipe up, tap long exposure, and the water turns to silk. Then macro shot in the middle of downtown, switch to the 2x lens, tap your subject to focus, and tuck a piece of foreground into the bottom of the frame. The frame closes in, dewdrops and all. And then the pano trick, sweep panorama mode a short distance, keep it level, go slow, and stop early. What you get is a GoPro wide shot that looks like a lens you never paid for. It even works vertically for architecture. From there, the class moves to editing, done entirely on your phone in Lightroom Mobile, which is free. 5 sliders carry most of the look: exposure, contrast, highlights, shadows, and vibrance, and Dale repeats one mantra through every single edit. Less is always more. Restraint is the style. The power move is the mix tab, which he says he uses on literally every photo. It lets you edit one color at a time, push the sky bluer, make the trees greener, and leave every skin tone in the photo completely untouched. Then you save the whole recipe as a preset, edit once, and apply it to any photo in one tap. It's the shortcut to a feed that finally looks deliberate, like it all came from one photographer. Lesson 20 even walks a portrait edit start to finish. So, does any of this land? Here's the review data. 97% of students said the class met or exceeded their expectations. 61% said exceeded. And on the most liked board, the pattern is hard to miss. Clarity of instruction leads, with over 7,300 votes. Helpful examples come second, an engaging teacher, third, then organized lessons, production quality, and actionable steps. Every tag points at the same strength, the teaching itself. And that's the real signal in the noise. The number one thing students praised isn't clever effects, and it isn't gear, it's how clearly this class is taught, which is exactly what a beginner class has to get right. So who should take it? 3 kinds of people: total beginners, since nothing is assumed; feed builders, since presets and composition are the whole Instagram game; and future professionals, who would rather learn than buy gear. If you already shoot manual on a dedicated camera, skip it. This is fundamentals. Because the class doesn't end with a technique. It ends with a dare: climb the light post, take the pre-dawn hike, get the shot. And then the final lesson, which is really the whole philosophy in 6 words: memorize the rules, then break them. Learn how each rule shapes a photo until it becomes automatic, and then bend the rules until the style you find is yours. So, the verdict: worth your hour. Easily, the class is included with a Skillshare membership, and Skillshare offers a free trial, which means the real cost of finding out is 60 minutes of your time. In exchange, you get composition, light, depth, storytelling, 3 camera tricks, and a complete free editing workflow, all before lunch. That's a rare ratio of payoff to effort. 1 phone, 1 hour, and don't go searching for the class either. The link in the description gets you in free through Skillshare. Tap it, press play, and then do the part that actually matters: go outside and take some photos. See you out there.